wake up and let the weirdness begin. It's the KVJ show to start your morning. Kevin is the host, and his skin pigment is whiter than Casper the Ghost. Virginia sounds like this. Nickname Vicious Beast, so don't get her pissed. It's Jason talks like a spaz, and he loves to talk about Bigfoot and stats. So get ready, here we go. You're listening to 97.9 with the KVJ show.
Yeah, hello and welcome to the KVJ show. How the heck are you? Happy Thursday, everybody.
Happy Thursday.
Almost the weekend.
Friday Eve.
Yeah, it is. That's right.
Whoop, whoop.
Means another day of winning here today. KVJ going to be doubling up your paycheck. 5 chances again. Keep reminding people. Because when we did it on Tuesday, we had 1 out of 5 winners.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Man, I'm no mathlete, but those aren't good stats.
Well, people keep yelling at me saying, you call my name, call my name. So it seems like everybody who has entered their name and ignored the contest is the ones getting their name called. And everybody who wants to hear their name called, it's not happening.
And then they call Sweet Denny's up, or they'll send him an email and go, well, Barbara, she was eating lunch, and she loves lunchtime. That's why she missed her name. She deserves the money. It doesn't work that way.
Barbara, girl, you got to take your phone on lunch,
Yeah,
girl.
that's not even the contest.
They do. They call up with the excuses of why they can't call in, and that's part of.
It ain't gonna work. Yeah,
You can take your phone and your ham sandwich.
Yeah, it just doesn't work like that, unfortunately. So you hear your name, you've got 10 minutes to call back. It's 9:11 a.m., then 1, 3, and 5 p.m. today. So those are your 5 shots. So whether you be at lunch, whether you be on the toilet, wherever you be ever. See, that's the whole thing about our mobile app is you can't say, oh, I got a radio on my you got a phone, right? Everybody's got a phone that can get apps
Yes,
now.
Kevin,
pretty
we
much.
all do.
Okay, so you go download the WRMF app, and then you can take it with you anywhere you might go. Lunch, pooing, all that kind of good stuff. We got the setup, and you're only going to have 10 minutes to call back no matter how good your excuse is. So we'd love to double up paychecks today. If you referred a friend, you could pick up $500. That's all coming up this morning.
It's the KVJ dirt of the day. It's the KVJ dirt of the day. Virginia, take it away, because you know we need that dirt of the day.
Aw, well, nobody feels sorry for him, but R. Kelly is apparently despondent and now suicidal. He's on suicide watch because he realizes it's over, baby.
Yeah.
I guess his sentencing happens on May 4th, and he knows he's not getting away with it. And he still has to stand trial in Chicago and in other cities. This is just the New York charges. So
Yeah.
he's got no chance, hopefully no chance of ever seeing the light of day again. But that's what I said with Bill Cosby, too, and his ass is out. Damn it.
This seems a way. They seem like they got more on R. Kelly, don't they? Or
They
no?
do,
Okay.
because R. Kelly was so stupid, he loved to tape what he did.
Yeah, egomaniac.
Yeah, it's not smart.
Not smart, yeah. I mean, yeah, and R. Kelly went really young. I think Bill Cosby, went like in their 20s and 18s and 19s, but I don't think there's a lot of kids with Bill Cosby. R. Kelly went for kids. So it's just a whole different thing. So yeah, he still has to stand trial in August of next year for those child pornography and obstruction of justice charges in Chicago. Ed Sheeran is talking about how America made him fat. He says he gained the most weight and felt the most miserable after spending extensive time in the U.S. He blames the fact that we have oversized helpings and that we do ridiculous things like food eating competitions.
We love food. We love it big. We love it unhealthy.
Yeah.
He says he got caught up in it and then entered a ice cream eating competition back in 2013 here in the U.S. and ended up projectile vomiting and questioning everything afterwards. Like, what am I doing?
There's a movement with people who are very against eating competitions. They think it's a waste of food. They think it sends the wrong message. Small, but yeah, definitely against the whole eating competition.
Interesting.
Well, everybody should be against something, shouldn't they?
Of course, you got to be offended about something.
You
Jeff.
have to be vocally pissed
Yes.
about something. And finally here, this one's for you, Jay Bird. I know you love Curb Your Enthusiasm. Larry David is talking about what's going to be happening in the updated Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Nice. I'm very excited.
Okay.
Everybody on the set wore masks. I didn't know what anybody looked like the whole season. Then the last day of filming, I made them all take their masks off, so just so I could see what they looked like. And they took them off. I said, oh, okay, you can put them back on, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So I would say it's an update, but I guess it's coming out soon.
And that's what's going on in your dirt.
What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? Are you thinking about? What are you thinking about?
What you think about today, Jay Bird?
Well, someone was complaining and asking me all kind of questions about radio and about the morning show, and they watch and listen, Kev. And
Okay.
First question: why does Kevin play so many commercials?
Because that's how Kevin's children eat dinner.
Second,
I'm often yelling into Denny's. I'm like, Denny's, we didn't play enough commercials. Put more in.
My kids are hungry.
Yes, put more commercials in.
we need 15 minutes of commercials. We love
Yes.
commercials.
I still need another 5 minutes. Give me 5 more commercials.
Apparently, they think Kevin loves playing commercials. The other question:
Yes.
why does Kevin play so much music, and why does he always play the same artist?
Oh, okay.
Kevin doesn't pick the music.
Denny's, play that same song again. Denny's, I want the exact same one. Do we have an extended 10-minute version of that song?
And
Yeah.
the other one they wanted to know was why are some commercials live when we're doing them live, and then some are pre-recorded? All these
Okay.
questions about radio, the mysteries of radio.
The live ones are the endorsement commercials. That's what they're called. And we give them kind of a special, they're almost kind of like, us voicing them live. You never know what's going to happen kind of thing. And so that's the added perk. So there's an added charge that they put in for that.
I mean,
And there's usually products that we love and
Yes.
and patronize and use and have personal family experiences about.
I don't know if you remember this. This is at one of our old radio stations, but me and Virginia were doing a live commercial together, and we got into a fight live during the
right.
commercial.
Sounds about right.
You pay extra for that.
Yeah, that's extra. That's more money for that.
Just if you want me to throw fists, it's even more.
Yeah.
But the commercial ended up going about 3 minutes
Yeah.
long.
And the music and commercials, just so everybody knows, I don't control that. Nobody on this show does. That's the element of the KVJ show that is outside of our control. So we don't have any say on those.
Yeah, back in the day when you were little, maybe you could call the radio station and go, "Hey, Kevin, can you play my favorite song?" And maybe they'd play it back then.
Yeah.
But we're talking a long time ago.
I mean, I might have the choice between 3 different songs, which one to play, but I'm not just pulling songs out. There are 3 songs, and which one do you want to go with at this moment?
Yeah, someone wanted to. There was one time someone called Denny's. Hey, can Kevin play a Journey song real quick? My girlfriend's listening. Kevin can't do that.
Yeah, we don't. Yeah, that's not what we do, unfortunately. So that's it. Virginia, what you got on your mind today?
Well, we heard about this on TikTok, and I just love the name, and so I thought I would make it for you and see how these taste. I did a sample last night just to see before I brought it in here. These are Snickels.
Snickels.
It's a pickle. You
Okay.
slice the middle of it, and you stick a Snickers in.
But you have to say it like this, Kev. Snickels.
Snickels.
Yeah.
And I got to tell you, I am kind of a fan of Snickels.
Okay.
I made you a little mini bite, both of you. I know Kevin won't eat more than a mini bite, but it's just a one bite taste.
Okay.
I love pickles and I love Snickers.
Yeah,
So-
I do too. Both, it should check out. I guess it's just a question of how it goes together.
Very good. I like it.
A lot of pickle.
I liked it too.
I like it a lot.
I liked it a lot. I was like, wow, I've never thought of putting pickle and Snickers together.
But I grew up eating peanut butter and pickle sandwiches. I love it. My dad liked them. I liked them. They're good.
Now that's an original Snickers, but I also brought in peanut butter Snickers. If during commercial, Jay Bird, you want me to fix you up one of those?
I'm good right now. I'm trying to get all the Snicker out of my mouth now and talk.
It's hard
Yeah.
to talk with a Snickle.
It is. It's hard.
That's fascinating. Yeah, who would ever thought?
It's a different combo, but
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like both of those things together, and it's I like them separate, but it's interesting when you put them together.
Snickles.
You can do a lot of fun things, carving out a big ass pickle and putting some fun stuff in there. You can do cheese.
Yeah.
But pickle is a controversial thing. You either love a pickle or you hate a pickle.
And you got to get the pickle balance right.
Yeah.
with, the right amount of pickle, the right amount of whatever you're stuffing in it.
And I don't know if that works with the sweet pickles. Sweet pickles gross me out.
Yeah, what kind of pickle did you go with there? I'm always curious because not all pickles are the same.
So these are original whole dill Vlasics.
Classics are solid.
Yeah, the kind you
Classic.
get on a burger.
And these are the bigger ones. So I like a thicker pickle.
I like a thin pickle.
Interesting.
Yeah, I like it real thin.
You like a thickle?
I like it thin and long.
You like a thickle
I like a
snickle?
I like a thickle snickle.
Okay. What I got on my mind today, finally, the mystery is solved. When is Brightline going to relaunch?
Yes, tell us.
They have come up with the date. It's going to be November 8th is when Brightline is going to resume their high-speed rail service. They have been shut down since the pandemic. And I love Brightline because it is really a cool and easy way to get around South Florida. And to me, I think when they get everything going and cranking with this, I think you're going to see more people that are going to be traveling all over South Florida because people just hate driving. But like I said, there's so many awesome places to go all throughout West Palm, Fort Lauderdale, Miami. You can go and check all that out. Hop on the Brightline, and you can be there in an hour.
Totally.
Any place, yeah.
And you can really enjoy the journey. That Brightline, they have like a VIP lounge. The ticket is not that expensive considering they have full champagne, wine, craft beer, cheeses, meats,
Do they have-
assorted crackers and breads.
Do they have Snickels?
They don't have Snickels. You got to bring your own Snickle.
Yeah, if you want that ticket, Virginia's talking about, the premium service is $27, but tickets start at $10. So you can go on and just take the ride for $10 if you don't need all that fancy stuff that Virginia's talking about.
I mean, but it's not that much more. I mean, go fancy.
Oh, fancy pants Snickies.
Yeah,
You gotta
it's
go
almost
fancy.
triple the price. You know.
Treat yourself. You deserve it.
Okay, there you go.
Hey, look.
It's kind of like flying first class without the price of flying first class. It's training first class.
And the first ride is free through December 31st if you download the Brightline app, create an account, and go that way. So just to give you an idea of what it's going to look like, though, they say right now passengers will be required to wear masks. And since they're selling the premium service, I assume they're still serving the beverages, because if I buy a premium ticket and there's no booze, they're going to be hell to pay.
Well, that's how a fight breaks out.
Yeah. And then I assume they're not going to make you keep your mask on while you're eating and drinking.
You can't.
Right.
Unless they're
so-
selling the special mask with the straw in it.
Yeah, so I'm just trying to sort all that out, what exactly the ride is going to look like.
Good
and
questions, Kevin.
Yes.
Kevin's got a mask off, but he's eating a steak.
Yes.
He's eating.
Yeah. So
Those
that-
are great questions. Yeah,
Yeah.
what will the VIP ticket give me? Because I want the meats, I want the cheeses, I want the craft beer, I want the premium champagne.
Otherwise, they'd be going, what did I just buy this ticket for?
Right.
It's not like the seating is that, fancier.
You just get to get in the first car. There's like car 1, car 2, car 3. So car 1 is the most expensive.
But I don't think there's a huge difference from car 1 to car 8.
The snacks, yes, there
Well,
is
I
a
mean,
difference.
other than that, like I said, you take that away, I don't think the seat is different.
No, the seats I think are the same, but
Yeah.
in car 1, it's unlimited snacks too.
If they serve the snacks, yeah.
Yeah, but you got to serve the snacks.
My kids couldn't believe it. The girl came around and said unlimited snacks, and they both fell out.
I know.
What? We can have as much like candy, cookies, chips.
You're talking about the crackers and the cheese and all that. I'm really liking pairing that up with a liqueur of sorts. That's fun to do. The crackers and cheese, kind of a classier snack.
Okay.
No?
Look at you, yeah. I like crackers, cheese, and a jam.
This guy's talking his way into first class in the Brightline, isn't he?
Yeah, I'm in first class over here. Must be the ponytail.
Yeah, and coming up in 2022, they're going to be opening up the new stations in Boca and Aventura.
Okay.
So,
Ooh, that Aventura Mall is fun.
yeah, absolutely, yeah. There's a lot of, like I said, there's just a lot of stuff to do all up and down South Florida, and Brightline is going to be doing that. November 8th is when that is going to get going. Also, another nice little note today, Taco Bell is doing free breakfast tacos today, so you might want to put that into your schedule here this morning. Yeah, when you go out, you can get a free breakfast taco at Taco Bell. You don't have to make a purchase. You do have to be in person, though, to get those.
Taco Thursday.
Can you go through the drive-through?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, you can.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't see why not. So that's kind of the way it goes. So if you
I
want
love
to,
it.
Yeah.
More places need to do fun things like that.
Yeah, isn't that great? Getting a free breakfast burrito? Go do it. Get on it. There's simple things you can do to make yourself more attractive. And one thing that a lot of people on Reddit said to do, it was the number one answer, is simple and anybody can do it. They answered good posture.
Oh, yeah.
By not slouching, slumping over, just having good posture, you will appear more attractive to others.
My friend and I were talking about that this weekend because his mom used to hammer him all the time about standing up straight, standing up straight. And I took a picture of him, and then he looked at the picture. He's like, what am I doing? Why am I slouching over? Why am I just letting myself have old man back?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Don't slouch.
Kind of what it is,
I
yeah.
just change my posture and I automatically just feel more attractive.
I was going to say,
Yeah.
there's something about you.
Just
Yeah.
I feel like I'm crushing it.
You are killing it.
Thank you.
There are 4 other things they suggest. Clothing that fits.
Yes, I'm
Yeah.
guilty of this. When I get in that in between, I'm not quite fat, but I'm not skinny anymore. I think I need an extra large.
You're
but
finny.
Yeah, but the large kind of highlights the fupa. It's a weird. The baggy always makes you look frumpier. Go.
A
Even
little
if
bit more form-fitting.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree with you. I've been very guilty of that in my life as well. Brush your teeth. It's an easy thing to do. Twice a day, do it at least, and floss too.
Flossing really does. It's a game changer. You gotta floss. You have to.
Simple thing you can do to become more attractive. Being attentive. Genuine interest in another person is very simple and incredibly rare and will actually make you appear more attractive to other people. And they say if you're going with the receding hairline, don't. Bald is better. Just cut your losses literally.
It's the Dr. Phil haircut. I think people have it's controversial because it's poop or get off the pot.
I study this a lot. I always look around. I'm like, okay, is that person better off with the hair they have, or should they just take it all off? And I'm not sure. Maybe it's a case-by-case situation because some people, you can tell it's thinning and whatnot, but, the hair they have doesn't look bad. Other people, it's like, dude, you'd be better off just taking it all off.
I think when dudes shave their head, I mean, I get all heads are not created equal.
Yeah.
I don't think I think it's a good look.
I think it depends on the head,
Yeah.
and it also depends on the facial features, how strong. You got to have good masculine features to pull off the bald head.
Also pigment. I think some
Yeah.
of the guys that are more pale, it doesn't look as good on.
You're right.
Guys that have color to them and pigment, it looks better.
I mean, you're a man of hair and hair issues. What would you say to the guy who's got a lot of hair in the back? There's not much. It's kind of balding towards the top, but there's just a bit of a tuft at the front.
Like a Cabbage Patch Kid?
Yeah, it's kind of like
yeah.
there's hair, nothing, and then there's hair again.
I think if you're dealing with patches, that it's better to take it all off. If you have it kind of spread around, but it's still thinning, some of those guys can cut it shorter and be okay.
Or go to the hair club like you did.
Yeah, that's, the number one. Some people, it's just that's about your only
But
option.
what you're saying is when it becomes a scalp, almost a lake in between the tuft of hair and the back.
Yeah, when it's just there's nothing
Scalp
going on.
lake.
I was trying to, I don't know, be descriptive.
Scalp canal.
Yeah, I would do that. Or I do a hair club. Do a Google search. They will definitely change your game. So, simple things you can do to make yourself more attractive. Anything else that you can suggest? I hear smiling is one of those things. If you had that resting bitch face, be aware of it and say, okay, I need to make myself smile because it's an easier thing to do and you'll come off more attractive.
But if you're a man, you cannot tell a woman to smile because then you're a pig.
Yes,
That's
true.
Don't tell anyone to smile. Just tell yourself to smile.
That's what Cosmo said.
Yeah, that's what they say. Somebody texted in and said making eye contact makes you seem more attractive. I could see that. Confidence. It kind of like leads into that. People are talking about how confidence is sexy too. You become more attractive. You can't be cocky. Got to be confident. And there is a thin line on that. Somebody texted in. They say scientifically wearing red makes you more attractive. It's very odd. According to a study in 2010, they found that women loved it when men wore red. And the same went for women. How about that?
I like orange on a woman.
You do?
But I guess that's
Orange juice.
I like orange.
They say also putting on some sunglasses.
Oh, yeah, I love sunglasses.
Especially when you lead the league in crow's feet.
They hide all the pain.
They say that sunglasses automatically make your face look more symmetrical,
Yes.
and it adds a little mystery.
Totally.
Can you keep them on your entire life?
Even at night?
Yeah, during
Yes.
lovemaking. Hey, can you mind if I keep my glasses on?
It's hard to keep them on during lovemaking if you're doing it right.
No, you're right.
Getting a dog. According to multiple studies, men instantly look more attractive when they're holding or simply hanging out with a dog.
Well, I think because it shows possibly a nurturing side. For some people, that's attractive.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, he can take care of something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They said that normal body weights are more attractive than super skinny.
Normal body weight?
Yeah. So they say, eat a little bit. They say stop crossing your arms. Apparently that makes you look unattractive as Jaybir's got his arms crossed.
It makes you look mad or like you're upset about something.
I realize that sometimes because I'm not even mad. It just makes my shoulders feel better. But I'll go, dang, Bird, you're coming off like you're mad right now. Put your arms down.
Yeah.
Totally.
They found that an open posture, especially when first meeting somebody, makes you look more confident and charismatic, whether you're male or female.
So spread your legs, kind
No.
of.
No,
Open
about
posture, not open legs.
Yeah, they're a
You
little different.
slut.
Yeah, they're a little different.
That's why I asked the question. I want to make sure I get it right.
Yeah. They said that according to a 2016 study, men who have a little bit of facial hair become more attractive than a guy with a clean-shaven face.
I'm growing my old ass beard back. I've had it pretty much clean shaven for the KVJ movie. It's gonna be nice and not. Shaving takes a lot of time, man.
It does, yeah.
It really does. It'd be nice just to grow a beard. Just don't read the comments about how old you look.
Scroll beard, give up,
Not like beards,
stop getting sex.
but women like beards. They really do.
All right.
You're different. We don't really count you as when we talk about these polls. You're different.
I get it.
Okay, so there you go. That's a couple good suggestions to appear more attractive, simply and easily. Well, there's something that I had never really heard of, didn't really register to me until this year. My wife was talking about how at her school, they're booing teachers. I'm like, well, that's very rude.
Boo!
Yeah.
You suck at
I
math.
mean, it's tough enough being a teacher without having people heckling you, right?
If they give homework on a weekend, I get why they did get booed.
Yeah. But I started looking into it, and the concept is actually pretty awesome. It's not like somebody is jawing at you. It's somebody's giving you cool stuff that you like. That's what getting booed is, and it's not even just teachers that are doing this. Apparently some neighborhoods do it as well. What you do, it's kind of an adult concept of trick-or-treating, except it's a couple things different, where, maybe not all adults eat candy like kids do, and not all adults want to go around door to door. So what they'll do in neighborhoods, for instance, is if you have a neighbor and you know a little bit about them, maybe they have favorite kind of summer sausage or alcoholic beverage choice.
Oh, I love sausage and alcohol together.
Yeah, maybe they like a certain kind of candle or scent. So when you boo somebody, you would take one of those little pumpkins that they have, maybe even the plastic ones that you see that kids use for trick-or-treating, and you make a gift basket for them, and then you put it on their front porch or where their front door is, and then when that person receives it, they put that they've gotten booed, and then you kind of pass it on, and then you find another neighbor. So you put a sign up saying that you already got booed so that everybody on the street can hopefully get booed, but that is something that some neighbors do that are cool.
Huh.
Yeah, getting booed.
Look, I'm all for making Halloween cool and fun with toys and treats and games and gifts. That's fun.
I was like, what a cool concept. I mean, if you love Halloween, you can kind of give the gift of, especially in an office, it would be a cool little thing to do where you just go around and, maybe candy's not your thing anymore. You're like, even if you like candy, you're like, I know I shouldn't eat it. So, you get like some tequila or vodka or something like that. Put in a little gift basket and leave it on, but be like, hey, this is cool. I love Halloween.
Halloween's my favorite holiday. This is I love Halloween and I love Christmas time. I love the big 3 months that are coming up, but Halloween is my jam.
Oh,
Halloween's fun.
It
It's the
is.
most fun
Yeah.
to decorate for. You get to dress up in fun costumes.
And if you do it right, Halloween shouldn't really just be Halloween day and night.
I
It needs to be
agree.
leading up with fun horror movies, fun Halloween parties, dressing up. It's a month of fun.
Yeah, it is.
And intrigue and mystery.
It is a month of fun. And I know some people love those decorations that they put outside of their house. There's a guy in Texas that always does these gory decorations, and he always gets these visits from the cops because the neighbors are all freaked out and they don't know exactly what's going on, or people that drive by that don't know what his act is. So every year he tries to take it up a notch. So apparently this year he's got a refurbished wood chipper that shoots out gallons of fake blood across his yard.
I applaud you, sir. That's great.
That's taking it a whole new level, isn't it?
Dude.
You gotta respect his commitment. Whether you like it or not, respect the commitment.
Yeah, the
a
guy's
lot.
all in. So that is a guy that's definitely got the spirit. Bird was having a conversation with his dad about getting an animal, but this is traditionally a farm type of animal. So can he get this animal in the city where he lives?
Yeah, and we're just talking, and my sister out in Oregon has one, and I've been trying to get a hold of her for the last couple of days, but I haven't heard back from her, so she's ghosting my ass. But yeah, we were talking about, we want to get a goat.
Get a mini goat.
I mean, but I want to make sure that the goat would be comfortable at the house. See what I'm saying? There's, I know they need to be able to scamper. My yard's big enough for it to scamper. Do people, are you allowed to have a goat at a house like that?
I think probably every city ordinance is going to be different on what kind of animals you can have, and it might be the size of the goat. Maybe they do it by weight. So you probably just have to look to see what the city ordinance is on having it.
Yeah, I mean, it would be kind of cool, too, if it was an injured goat where you have to kind of take care of it. You see what I'm saying?
An injured goat.
Yeah.
Okay, so
like an older goat that
You want a banged up goat?
well, a goat
yeah,
that
they don't like their animals to be fresh and frisky.
That is a weird Pennington trait.
It is, yeah.
They're like, yeah, where do you keep the jacked up animals?
Yeah,
No.
we want a banged up goat.
They want them to be elderly, like literally walking the Green Mile, or with some kind of ailment.
Well, I hope when I'm a banged up goat, someone takes care of me. I'm just saying, a banged up goat, not a lot of people want to take care of it. You want something to where you're like, all right, this goat's happy. It's at a house. It's happy that it's chilling. It's going to live out its old goat years in a peaceful setting.
Well, I think there's several questions to ask. Do you have enough room? Do you have a good enough place to put it? A lot of times they have a pen for goats. Goats tend to eat about everything. So they will chew up a lot of stuff. They will poo a good bit. There's some smell with that, and noise too.
My sister's goat is, the one word I would say, mystical.
Okay.
You look at this goat. This goat, I swear, it's got wisdom.
Yeah.
It knows things. It's quite remarkable.
My cousin's got a pet goat. And craziest thing, she drove on her Harley to our family reunion one year with her pet goat on the back.
Huh.
Yeah,
The goat just stood there and put its hooves up on her shoulder, and it was the craziest thing seeing her drive down the highway with a goat.
That's an amazing picture.
It really was. I was like, how about that?
They're beautiful companions. My sister's goat, I honestly, when you're around it, it feels special.
If I get a picture like that of a goat, I'm riding a motorcycle, the goat's riding me, I'm putting that as my profile pic forever.
Well, there's so much I would, if I saw that picture, first thing I go, when did Virginia learn how to ride a motorcycle?
When did she meet a goat?
Right.
When did they become this close?
So, when did she get so good?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, people are saying they're pygmy goats. Maybe that might be something that you would look into.
That's the mini
Smaller in
goat.
size.
And that's why we're talking about this. My one neighbor, they got a bunch of those Mike Tyson pigeons.
Okay.
Yeah, Mike Tyson, he's got all these pigeons. They have a pigeon pen and a couple houses down from me, and that's pretty cool to look at. We got weird animals on our street.
I guess back in the day, I went to the Versace mansion and learned like all this history. Back in the day, Gianni Versace had pigeons.
Yeah.
A bunch of them. And it was rumored that these pigeons were carrier pigeons, and they would run messages and contraband back and forth from him and his friends in Miami Beach.
I thought I noticed that. I thought the pigeons were let out and then they came back to the little pen area.
You can teach these pigeons
Yes.
to deliver things like, I don't know, marijuana.
I said too much.
You've said too much.
Oh man, I'm out my neighbor.
Is your neighbor running drugs with pigeons?
Stop talking.
But there are some people, some city folk that do have what you would think to be country animals. I got a friend of mine in Coconut Grove, and she's got chickens.
I love chickens
Yeah.
in the yard.
There's so many chickens out in Key West too.
I had that growing up in New Orleans where it's just free, no ordinances. You can do a lot of what you want. It's not like South Florida. And a lot of people have chickens.
Some people got little baby pigs too.
Yeah, those are cute.
They are so
Yeah,
cute,
but you got to
man.
check the ordinances. Somebody sent us a link to your area, and they say that you are not zoned to have a goat
Damn.
there. So if you do it, you'd have to be breaking the law.
Already. That was quick to get shot down.
Yeah, but who's really gonna be checking me out for a goat?
All it takes is that one jerky neighbor to report you.
That one man.
Like you just did to your neighbor with the pigeons.
Yep, exactly. And there you go. There's a fine, bud. I got a couple birthdays out here today. Kane Brown, big old crossover country star, turns 28 years old today.
Don't you love him, Virginia?
Kane Brown. Who the hell is that?
I just wanted her to say that.
Never heard it.
Never heard of Kane Brown,
If
huh?
he walked in here right now, I couldn't tell you.
Is he an A-lister?
Yeah, he is. He's a big star.
Dude, what's one of his big songs? I might know it.
Heaven, you wouldn't know any of his songs.
Really? I've been listening to a little country.
Oh, you have?
I have been.
But it's
Okay.
90s country.
No, I've been morphing into that early 2000s.
Whatever. You're all about that Alan Jackson.
Yeah, he's What Ifs, Be Like That. Cool Again is one of his big ones. Heaven, like I'd said. Famous Friends, a big old hit he's got now.
Be Like That sounds like it's sassy country.
I don't know.
Okay.
No, I don't think that's. I don't know if that's an accurate description.
Nailing it, Bird.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that. You got Kim Kardashian turning 41 years old today,
Oh my gosh, happy birthday.
and Judge Judy Shineland is 79 today.
Get it, girl.
Yeah. Also, we got a birthday shout out to Petito. He's 27. That is from Heather. Marty, I turned 20 today, and I've been listening since I started high school, and I'm now a junior in college. Very nice. Thank you, Marty. Also, Kelly Klein, happy birthday from her mom and dad and her daughters, Mackenzie and Madison. Happy birthday to you. Also, happy 6th birthday to Gino. That is from Mommy, Daddy, Giada, Scarlett, Ice Queen, Lizzo, Rampy, and Precious. Also, Sharonita, happy birthday from Max, Moxie, Moo, and Min Min. Also, Benjamin Cologne, happy birthday. He's turning 40. That is from Marla and Mateo. Also, happy birthday to Colin from Mom. He's turning 10. Got a 14th birthday to Tony. That is from Mommy, Poppy, Anissa, and Nico. And you got a photo there on KVJ TV. Thank you very much for sending that in. Get in your birthdays, mail at kvjshow.com, mail at kvjshow.com. Well, if you want music about high emotions, I think Adele is pretty much the person you go to.
I mean, that song is so sad and riddled with emotion. It makes you want to collapse. Like,
Yeah.
can't go on.
Yeah.
The sadness is too great.
Yeah.
I've seen people on TikTok. They're like, my relationship's fine. My marriage is wonderful. But this song makes me want to make trouble in my life because I just feel so emotional and sad from it. It makes me feel guilty that I'm happy in my marriage.
Yeah.
It's a party killer. If you're having a good time, put that song on and
Yeah. Certain time and place, it's perfect.
I mean, if you just go through a breakup, you're driving in a car right
Oh,
now.
yeah.
Oh,
You
it's
got a-
the perfect
you're at
breakup.
a red light and this song comes on. You say, "Oh my gosh!"
Yeah.
People are crying.
Well, you look even back at her last album, and there were some troubling relationship songs on that. In fact, she's got a whole library of troubling relationship songs. I was looking at some of the best apology songs of all time, and of course, you got to have Adele on there. Her song "Hello" came in at number 4 on this list of the best apology songs. And listen to this, again, more high emotion. Do you think an apology by song would be effective? If you screwed up to send somebody an apology song, is that going to work?
If you cheated on me and slept with somebody and then you just send me a song, no, it's not gonna work.
It's not going to
No.
work.
Not at all.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. They got some of the greatest apology songs of all time, loosely based on Billboard rankings. You put Adele at Hello. That was a #1 song when she came out with it.
That song was everywhere. It was
Yeah.
massive, and now you kind of don't hear it. It's almost kind of it hit its quota.
Thank goodness.
Yeah, man.
Stop talking about it, Kevin.
Goodbye to hello.
#3 on the list of the best apology songs. Remember this one, One Republican Timbaland? What I love, I was watching that video yesterday, and it is the guy from One Republic singing, and Timbaland's in the studio, and he is raising his hands up, going, he's doing that, really.
I mean, talk about having the easiest part of that song. How can I get that gig?
Yeah.
It is fun to do that.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. #2 on the list of the best apology songs of all time. And then #1, based loosely on how it performed on the Billboard charts, Biebs. All right, there you go.
You see that was #1?
Loosely based on Billboard performance, yes. Justin Bieber with Sorry. Probably the most iconic, I would say, of all time is Brenda Lee's apology song, though. There you go.
I love old music.
Yeah, it sounds like somebody's being murdered, doesn't
That's
it?
murder music right there.
Yeah, it does sound like that. All right, you guys ready for a little digital drama? Been hearing some interesting stuff. I love that people are doing the screenshots and sending it to us. Always getting some interesting stuff. And in fact, there was somebody who had sent us one yesterday that I thought was really interesting. It was a letter that was posted, that, anonymous neighbor letter, and they had posted it on somebody's house, and this was a social media post. And the letter basically talks about all of these cars that are parked right out front of this house.
Sounds like your neighbor, Kevin.
Yeah.
Your neighbor gets pissed about cars.
Well, they were like, we understand if you're having a party, but this went on for a couple of days. And they're like, so, it's really kind of hard because your house is at, the bend of corner. And so, just so you know, it's tough for all your neighbors. And the person posted that on social media and said, yeah, we had family over because our daughter died.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Did they respond back?
No, it went silent. Oh. But that was, somebody saw that. That popped up on their next door. But boy, talking about stepping in it.
Shut up, Karen. We lost a child.
That's even, it's not even like it's a parent, it's a child, which is even more like, oh my God.
Yeah, so thanks for, hitting us up with that. We do appreciate your concern about the extra cars on the street this week.
Investigate before you come for somebody.
How terrible would you feel if you
Oh
said
my
that?
gosh, I would have to move out of the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, I wouldn't complain about parked cars because I'm not a moron.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you wouldn't complain about parked cars.
True.
Just stop right there.
But if I'm a moron, you're a moron too. Moron club.
All right, we got some other type posts like that people have done screenshots on. Thank you for keeping those coming. This one is a post about Dave, who doesn't like the color of his neighbor's new house, so he goes on next door to complain. I will play the role of Dave here. Bird, you can play the role of Gloria. Virginia, you can be Kylie. And Denny's, you'll be Greg on this post.
Okay. I just think like every Kylie talks like this.
Do they?
Right?
Because of Kylie Jenner.
Totally.
Okay, here's Dave. This is what he had to post up on Nextdoor. The person across my street just recently painted their house orange, and it's giving me a headache. I'm not even kidding. I'm going to have to go ask them to change it.
I've seen that they did that. Why on earth would they paint it that color? It looks like my toddler's diarrhea.
I know, right? My wife and I can't even look at it. I know I sound like I'm being dramatic, but it really gives me a migraine anytime I gotta look at it. It must be repainted ASAP.
My daughter just texted me and said, some of you have a problem with the new color of my house. Well, I can give 2 S-bombs. You don't like it? Sorry, deal with it.
Oh, that's not a very nice attitude to have, Kylie. You're new here. You'd be wise to shut your mouth and open your ears. We're trying to help you.
Bitch, you ain't trying to help S-Bomb. I should walk over there and whip your ass right now. But I gave up fighting because I found the Lord.
Okay.
Thank you, Jesus, for helping me not kick your ass.
I tried to talk to you, Kylie, but you or your husband never came to the door. The color of your house is making people sick. Please change it ASAP.
I'm a former HOA board member myself. Kylie is well within her rights to paint her house orange, even if it's causing the entire street to have vertigo.
See, Greg is right. Y'all can't do anything but complain online. You should see what I'm going to paint my garage door. Y'all are going to hate it, which makes me love it that much more. Suck on it, bitches.
Wow. Okay.
Well, I kind of like Kylie's spirit. I mean, she wants to fight everyone in the neighborhood at the same time.
You can't get mad at your neighbor how they paint their house.
You can if you have an HOA. There's some people on my HOA that are so mad because this old lady around the corner that can't see so well painted her house Pepto-Bismol pink. And they are freaking out.
Yeah.
They are putting this new HOA law into effect that when you go paint your house now in my neighborhood, you can only pick from a palette of colors pre-approved.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Why would you care?
You can't go rogue. You can't go renegade.
That's so dumb. First of all, Pepto-Bismol pink, I kind of like it.
My neighborhood, every house is the exact same color, and they give you the color code. You can only paint your house or walls with that color
I
code.
hate that so much.
Your walls inside your house?
No, the walls, the privacy walls that go around outside the house.
Gotcha. Okay.
That's everything I'm against in this world.
Yeah.
Making everything look identical.
You are a man that does not belong in a HOA neighborhood.
I got another fun little post here and some digital drama today. This is Andy calling out women for faking like they don't like being hit on. And let's just say it gets a little ugly. We're going to have Bird playing the role of Andy. I'll take the role of Anna, who is on here. Then we got Virginia playing the role of Brett, and Denny's, you'll be Jack.
Right.
Dear women, stop acting like you don't like when guys are hitting on you. So annoyed when women act like they hate being desired.
Dear Andy, stop acting like a typical white cisgender male. It makes you look outdated and pathetic.
What the hell does white cisgender male mean? It sounds stupid.
The fact that you don't know what a white cisgender male is proves that you have no clue on what is happening in the current world.
Uh-oh. Sounds like Anna has been listening to CNN a bunch. Andy is right. Women act like they hate being hit on, but if you don't hit on them, then they get all pissed that nobody's hitting on them. It's so annoying.
Brett, you're proving my point right now by acting like a chauvinistic pig. Typical white cis male behavior.
Well, not white. I'm Colombian, so you're wrong and stupid. You're a typical left-wing nut job. It's always about your feelings, being hurt.
Whoa, everyone on this thread needs to eat an edible and calm the F down.
Amen.
We will all be dead one day, and none of this is going to matter. So for the time being, let's get high AF.
That's great casting right there.
All right.
Very good casting.
There you go.
Oh, man.
Boy. All right.
That sounds like a fun block. Oh.
Did you see all the drama from the Dave Chappelle protest yesterday?
I'm looking at it now, and it looks like pro-Dave supporters came out and were fighting with the anti-Netflix people.
They loved it. Yeah, the people who love fighting about those kind of things,
yeah.
both sides loved it.
Well,
Both sides got exactly what they wanted out of it.
This is a time for anyone, if you have this is the platform to speak what you want to get out into the world.
So much yelling, Jay
And a lot of yelling.
Yeah, it's just funny to watch their little tactics for how they protest. You know, one guy had his sign taken away, and the other person, they put their arms out and around them, and then another person to drown them out, they were beating on, like, bells and things like that and shaking jingles to try to silence the other people that were yelling.
My favorite is the one where the woman wouldn't stop screaming, just screaming, and wouldn't. As soon as you start talking,
Yeah. It was the most. I mean, if the aliens are watching us and they would see that, and be like, "These are weird people, man."
It looks like a scene from a movie where everybody's overacting.
The aliens go, "Hey, do me a favor, get some more popcorn."
Yeah, it's unreal. It's unreal. It is the Halloween season and a perfect time for this KVJ draft. We're doing the best horror movies of all time.
Ooh, this is just my game right here.
Yeah. So here we go. I know you all love the horror movies.
Love them, Kev.
Yep, big fans. Okay. I drew a 4 out of the deck, so I'm not going to be picking first.
Y'all don't really love horror movies.
No.
I don't. I haven't watched them since I was like a teenager.
I'm freaked out by them.
Yeah, they scare me.
And Virginia's the star of a horror movie. Look at that. And you hate them.
Okay, what'd you draw, Virginia?
I got a 2, and I'm happy about it.
Oh, okay. You're not looking to win this one, huh?
No, because I don't think I'm good at it.
Well, that's why she'll do well.
Yeah.
It's kind of
She'll
like,
win it.
it's like the first time you play poker, you
Yeah.
really don't know what's going on. You do well.
She'll win the whole thing.
I'm just going to be like Googling Gary.
Go for it.
What'd you draw, Bird?
An 8.
You got an 8. Okay. Denny's, what you got?
I got a king.
Ooh, okay. And what does Suits have in there?
He has a 9.
Okay. All right. So it goes Denny's with the first overall pick, Suits, Bird, myself, then Virginia in today's KVJ draft. All right, Denny's, you got the overall number 1 pick. What are you going to go with?
I think I'm going to go with my all-time favorite, The Exorcist.
Oh.
Solid.
Finally watched it with old Sweet Denny's with his wife, and it is pretty creepy.
Yeah, it
I
still
saw
holds
some
up.
people talking trash about it in the chat room. They're like, it sucked. I don't know. I thought it was pretty creepy.
It still holds up for the age of it.
Well, I think it was creepy because it was old-timey. It looks old.
Yes.
It actually kind of adds to.
It does.
Yeah. All right, Suits, you got the next pick. What are you going to go with here?
So real quick, my phone broke up. What did Denny's pick?
He got The Exorcist.
The Exorcist. Okay, cool. I am going to take The Shining.
Ooh.
My second
Red Rob. Red Rob.
Going with the older ones here.
That's a great one.
I mean, that one holds up too.
Yeah. Burr, what you got?
The original Halloween, Michael Myers, 1978. It's my all-time favorite scary movie.
Okay.
Love it.
I am going to go to probably the last horror movie I saw, A Nightmare on Elm Street.
That's such a great one.
yeah.
I just watched that the other night. That is a horrifying movie. That's
Yeah.
very scary and very
Yeah.
well done.
Yeah, the original, 1984.
Yes.
All right, Virginia, you got the next 2 picks. What are you going to go with?
All right. These are the only ones I really know. So I'm not going to be like Googling Gary. I want to actually know the movie. I'm going to pick the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
That's a good, one of my favorites.
Horrifying.
It really
I had to
is.
turn it off.
Yeah, it's a disturbing movie.
And then another one that I love that probably will help me lose the competition, Rosemary's Baby.
Okay. Rosemary's Baby. I am going to go with one of the other few horror movies I've seen, Poltergeist.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one, too.
I'll go with. All right, so we're back to Bird. You get the next pick in the KVJ draft for best horror movies.
I'm going to go with Scream.
Okay.
Good. That's gonna be my next one.
I love the first 15 minutes of Scream.
Yeah, and they've got a new one, I believe, coming out, don't they? Because I think they're promoting it by, there's some kind of voice feature you can do with the Scream voice now.
Virginia, what's your favorite scary movie?
Is that the Scream voice?
Oh, wow. Virginia don't know nothing about
I've never seen
You
that.
never seen Scream?
that one's great.
Never.
It's such a
Good one.
great movie.
Suits, what are you going to go with?
I'll take Silence of the Lambs.
Okay.
Ooh,
That's a good one,
That's a
Sue.
great
It is.
movie.
Solid. Okay, Denny's, what you got?
I think for my next one, I know it's controversial, but I'm gonna go with Blair Witch Project. I thought that movie was awesome.
A lot of people don't like it.
I liked that movie.
Okay.
The second one was insane, though. I don't know if you guys saw that one. It was not very good.
Okay, and then you got the final pick, Denny's.
I'm gonna go with a personal pick. It might not be that popular, but I'm gonna go with Tusk. I thought that movie was scary.
Tusk.
That's a bizarre movie, man.
Creepy
Tusk?
movie. Yeah.
That's Kevin Smith.
Kevin
It's about
Smith.
he turns this guy turns
Justin Long.
he turns him into a seal.
He turns him
A
into
walrus.
a walrus.
Walrus.
Huh. All right. Interesting.
It's weird. He gets kidnapped and the guy turns him into a walrus, and then the guy is held captive as a walrus. It's
Yeah.
very weird.
That is very
It'll give you
weird.
nightmares.
The ending is odd.
Okay. All right, we got Suits for your final pick for the best horror movie. What you got?
I'll wrap it up with Friday the 13th.
Oh, that's a bird pick.
Okay.
Great one.
Friday the 13th.
First 4 Virginia really aren't great.
Okay.
The first 4 aren't great.
No, they are great.
Oh, they are great.
yeah.
Okay, are
Then
great.
it gets a little ridiculous.
Jay Bird, what are you going to go with? Final pick.
I think this is the scariest movie to come out in the last 15 years. I'm going with The Conjuring.
The Conjuring.
It's a great ghost movie. It's very creepy.
Okay. All righty. And I am going to go with one. My kids all love horror movies. The twins do, at least. And one that they have always talked about is Us. I'll go with that.
Oh, yeah. I saw the trailer for that, and I couldn't sleep.
How are you doing these Squid Games then? You soft?
Squid Games is different. It's just different. It's not horror. It's not like suspenseful, and it's shocking and terrible. But
Okay.
there's a story. It's like interesting.
All right. And Virginia.
With my final pick, the only other horror movie I've seen, Carrie.
Oh, that's a good one.
Creepy Carrie, creepy Carrie.
Okay.
He knows every line of every horror movie.
Okay, so here's where we got. Denny's with the overall #1 pick for the best horror movies. He went with The Exorcist, The Blair Witch Project, and Tusk. Suits, he's got The Shining, The Silence of the Lambs, Friday the 13th. Jay Bird has got Halloween, Scream, and The Conjuring. I've got A Nightmare on Elm Street, Poltergeist, and Us. And Virginia's got The Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Rosemary's Baby, and Carrie.
I gotta tell you, The Witch did not disappoint with her picks. I love Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Wow.
Yeah.
Look at me.
Look at her, huh?
This is my genre, though. I love that. Everyone had good picks to me.
You like them all.
I did.
Even
Yeah.
the bad ones, you're like, oh, yeah, blood, gore.
Yeah. Some of the ones that did not get picked that stand out, no one went for Psycho.
Oh, yeah.
I love it. It's a little slow.
Right. Yeah. Get Out. Nobody went with that movie from 2017. A Quiet Place. Nobody got that. Hellraiser, Saw, and Night of the Living Dead. Those are some of the big ones.
Night of the Living Dead Part 2 is kind of creepy, too.
One is not that creepy. It's kind of weak. I don't know how long it's been since you've seen the first one.
Pretty recent.
Okay.
Who you asking, Dennis?
Yeah, I hear you.
Of course, he's seen them all recently.
You, Barbara.
All right. Who do you think picked out the best team of 3? You can go vote on our Facebook and Instagram pages. This time tomorrow, we'll let you know who wound up getting it. It seems like it's pretty evenly spread out, though, so who knows where it's going to go this week. Of course, there's a lot of horror movies that people are like, I can't believe that nobody picked Child's Play. What the heck is wrong with you?
Yeah, it's a classic. The first one's good.
The first one's good.
Yeah.
Then it changed genres almost.
Okay. Nobody went with the Amityville Horror.
Good one.
Solid.
Even the remake was good.
Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, I thought that was good.
My dad grew up in the town next to Amityville, so he would always drive us by where that real house was.
Yeah.
Because I guess it really went down.
It did. No, that's if you really are into that stuff, Google it and do your research. It's a historical case.
I would never watch that movie because my dad drove us past there, and I'm like, it's too real. I can't handle it.
No, a lot of people do think it's very real.
I drove up to. I seen the house probably about 10 years ago now.
It's right next to Massapequa Park where my dad grew up.
That's funny. Yeah, I was staying in Ronkonkoma and I was heading westward.
That's where Jen's family is from, right up
Her
there in that
family
area?
is Westchester.
Westchester. Okay.
People can't believe that nobody chose The Ring.
I was on my list.
It's a good one.
Said, what the heck? Nobody chose It. Pennywise the Clown.
The reason why is because they get all weird towards the end. I don't know.
Turns into space more so than.
Okay.
If they would have just kept the clown killing, I think it'd have been, I don't know. What would I?
Somebody's saying that The Hills Have Eyes. Nobody chose that. No Paranormal Activity. And nobody picked So Much Blood.
Damn.
It was on my list.
Yeah. Jay Bird, so.
Yeah, you should have picked all of your Halloween movies. Shameless promotion, bro.
Yeah, could have gone with all that. So there you go. So there's definitely a lot that people felt that we left out. House of Wax, another one. People saying, "Oh my gosh, why'd you not
With
choose
Paris Hilton, they're
That movie's not scary.
They're lying. They're trolling.
All right, time for a little comedy here from horror to comedy. Producer Denny's has got some jokes for us here.
Yeah.
That he has penned out here today.
Are you drinking a White Claw?
I thought I heard something pop earlier.
Bro, it's draft day. It's joke day. Yeah, it's kind of my thing.
Thursday.
Dude, it's almost Halloween. Movie's almost done. Let's
That's how you know
celebrate.
you're an alcoholic.
It takes one to know one.
Somebody calls you out, you have 18 reasons to drink.
He's just like, pick one.
I mean,
Pick one.
it's kind of messed up that an alcoholic's calling out another alcoholic. It's kind of messed up. I expect that from the sober community.
Where are they? You don't know any sober people.
Nothing in here. Okay. All right. Here we go. Denny's joke jury. What you got for us today?
All right, first joke, kind of keeping the ghost theme. What does Super Mario use to communicate with ghosts?
What does Super Mario use to communicate with ghosts? I don't know.
A Luigi board.
Oh, yeah. Right.
Oh, clever.
Yeah.
Topical.
Yeah.
I mean, in your wheelhouse with the video games.
Gosh, he's good.
Second joke. Why did they kick the director off the movie set?
I don't know. Why did they kick the director off the movie set?
Because he was making a scene.
Wordplay.
Oh, yes. Third joke. Why are hairdressers so good at boxing?
I don't know. Why are hairdressers so good at boxing?
Because of their bob and weave.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
I think I got a little buzz.
Bob and
going.
weave, yeah.
I see why they do have people
The
drinking.
comedy is better on White Claw.
Get this man another drink.
Two drink minimum.
Yeah.
I see why
Yeah.
they do.
It helps. Yeah.
Fourth joke. What's the best way to cook alligator?
The best way to, I don't know. What is the best way to cook a gator?
I love to cook a gator, y'all.
In a crock pot.
Oh, yes.
Look at that. A Raging
See?
Cajun loves it.
That's some Cajun comedy right
her a
there.
drink.
Ah, make a coon ass belly laugh, y'all.
You want a White Claw?
Kinda.
All right.
Let's do a round on everybody here. Pass him up, Bird.
you
All right,
are.
final
Oh,
joke.
them gator jokes killing.
When is canned spaghetti and meatballs considered an aphrodisiac?
Is canned spaghetti and meatballs considered an aphrodisiac? I don't know when.
When she wants the Chef Boyardee.
D, baby.
Boy, are
D. Yeah, Denny's. Woo.
great round.
Neighbor was wanting to know about something that, where I'm from, you do quite frequently. You ever siphon gas before, Virginia?
I haven't, but I know people that have. It's a very redneck
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
kind of thing to do.
Yeah, I haven't done it since I left the hills, but it was something that pretty much it was a rite of passage. Like everybody had to know how to siphon gas.
Yeah, my neighbor was talking about siphoning gas and how he had to do it, and he was talking to me like everyone knows how to siphon gas, and it's so easy. And then I asked him, well, why siphoning gas for? He didn't really give me a really great answer.
Okay.
It was kind of ambiguous, his answer.
Okay, yeah.
But it made me think, does everyone know how to siphon gas?
It depends upon where you are. If you are in redneck country, everyone knows how to siphon gas.
Yeah, it's a country thing.
Yeah.
And it's also a thing that if you're a little strapped for cash.
So
Yeah,
if
we were.
I had
Yeah.
no gas, I would siphon the gas out of your car?
Well, it was for us. What we would do is, a lot of things ran on gas where I was from, and so we would have everything from dirt bikes to chainsaws to things like that. And if you need a little bit of gas, you would go to the family car and you would siphon a little bit out. And you'd fire up your dirt bike or whatever you would do. So we were always siphoning gas.
Can you siphon to the point where you can empty someone's tank out, or does it take a long time to do that?
It would take a while, but it starts a pretty steady stream. You have a hose and you just you suck on it till you get the vacuum going, and then the gas just starts coming out of it.
I want to learn how to siphon.
No, you don't.
I
you,
do.
you would drink the gas.
I love the way gas smells, so
Well,
she's right.
A lot of people, you get a little bit of gas in your mouth typically, and then you spit it out quickly.
Don't drink no Fireball.
Yeah.
Don't light a joint.
Don't puff puff.
Yeah, no kidding. It seems so cool. It just seems manly. Yeah, I'll siphon some gas. We're going to survive the weekend. I siphon some gas with my mouth.
It isn't good. I mean, I don't know how often you need it. Like, I've never had the need since I left Logan, Ohio, to ever have to siphon gas. That's why I haven't done it since then.
There's a lot of things you needed to do since you left Logan.
Yeah, you're right. There's a skill set. You need a certain skill set to survive them hills.
I just think it's cool, though. Could you siphon? Would you know how to do it?
I've seen people do it, but I've seen them do it like illegally. I've seen them go to vehicles that aren't theirs and siphon the gas into like one of those big red gas containers.
Yeah.
But they sneakily did it. And if they would have got caught, they probably would have got shot at.
My favorite story is the person who tries to steal gas like that, and they do it out of an RV, and instead they get the sewage. Yeah, that's always a fun. Yeah, that's happened. That's fun. Yeah, you got to make sure you don't get the wrong tank.
I
on
mean,
that.
talk about instant karma.
Oh yeah, it's instant karma. Yeah, but we could set it up if you want to try to learn. I mean, I don't think it's a skill set you'll ever need.
So what do I need?
But you do run out of gas a good bit, so maybe you could.
A tube of sorts?
A hose.
All you need is a hose. You just need a hose you can get anywhere. We always had hoses just laying around.
You just take a garden hose and cut it because you don't want it to be too long.
Just get some hose and just get my lips. All right. Okay.
Yeah, you need a hose and lips.
My kind of party.
Yeah, a tank of gas. Yeah, you're good to go. So maybe we can set that up. A little Jaybird challenge tomorrow on the KVJ show. See, handling this the right way. I don't know if you could ever tell anybody who's been the victim of sexual assault how to handle it. But you had a friend that, Virginia, you say was raped on vacation back when she was in high school by a guy that was about 5 years older than she was.
Yeah, we don't know his exact age, but he was a little bit older. So she's not from Florida. She's from Louisiana. Okay. And a lot of people from Louisiana would travel to the Panhandle. Mm-hmm. That's where we went for vacation. That was like, oh, Redneck Riviera.
I used to go there.
The Panhandle was a big deal for Louisiana people.
Club La Vila.
Yes. So when she was in high school, her parents took the family on a Florida trip. And on the second to last day of their trip, she had gone out with a bunch of kids. There were some kids that were there at the hotel. There were some kids that were local. She had just met these kids that lived there, like a whole group. And they had gone, I think, to a concert and then to a park after. And she was looking for a ride back to her hotel at the end of the night. I told you this story once before, but it was a long time ago, so you might have forgot.
Okay.
So at the end of the night, this guy volunteers to take her and this other girl back home. Now, the other girl lived in the neighborhood. She was going to the hotel. So he said he would bring both of them home. He was one of the few people that had a car. So he brought the other girl home first, and then when he was going to bring her back to her hotel, instead of going back to the hotel, he went to like a wooded area and then raped her in the car.
Oh,
and
wow.
She's like, 16.
Yeah.
Like, it was traumatic.
Oh my gosh.
She couldn't figure out, what she had done to deserve this. She was freaked out. She said she froze. She was like scared. Mm-hmm. And so she didn't tell anybody that night because she was just overwhelmed and thought maybe she had done something wrong. She didn't tell her parents. She didn't tell anybody. She went back to Louisiana and continued high school, but was carrying this burden. And then, so she's the same age as me. She's carried this burden for how many years now? And finally, just like in the past few years, began talking about it. She told me, and she told some other close girlfriends.
Yeah.
And she actually, got on Facebook, found the guy.
She did.
Because she knew his
Wow.
name.
Mm-hmm.
And she knew other people that knew him.
Yeah.
From the friendships she made on those vacations. I
Okay.
guess the parents would take the kids to the same area when they were growing up. She never went back. Mm-hmm. But she knew people in that area and kept in touch with them. So he still lives there. Mm-hmm. She's married. She's got a husband and kids. And he's married. He's got
wow.
a wife and kids. And this guy has grandkids.
Wow.
So there is a huge thing. This guy has a job in the community. This guy has, a place where he's worked for many, many, many years. Mm-hmm. And she's kind of trying to come to terms with everything in her head.
Yeah.
And she decided that she is, because they're taking a road trip. They're going to the Carolinas.
Okay.
So she is going to make her trip go through this town in the Panhandle on her way to the Carolinas. And she's going to send him a letter from his town, postmarked from his own town. And she's not going to put her name on it or anything, but she wants to let him know that, hey, I have not forgotten about this. I have not forgotten about calling you out. I have not forgotten about having you be at least punished by your community that you pretend to be so upstanding in, because people deserve to know what kind of person is their neighbor. And she doesn't know really like what she's going to do after she sends the letter.
Okay.
That's going to be postmarked from his own town.
Is that just to kind of mess with him?
I think so.
To just say, hey, look, MFer, you've been had. We know about you. It's all going public soon.
Yeah.
Your days are numbered, kind of a thing.
And I think for her, this is like, he's been in her head for so many years.
Sure.
Oh,
This
yeah.
is her chance to get in his head. And I'm so proud of her for doing something to heal herself.
Okay.
And even if she does nothing else, this is what I want to say to anybody who's been through this. Like my girlfriend, she has struggled for so many years. When you start telling people and you start talking about it, and then you do things to help heal yourself, that is such a beautiful thing, and you deserve that.
Yeah, I mean, the guy needs to go down. He
The
needs
guy,
to go down.
his family needs to know who he is.
You can't do something like that and it's just erased. I applaud her for doing it.
Me too.
Good for her.
She's
Seriously.
the bravest friend I have. I'm so proud of her for just standing up for herself. It doesn't matter how many years it takes either. You know,
Yeah.
it could take 2 decades, 3 decades.
Well,
it doesn't matter.
It's easy for people to say, well, why can't you say something in the moment? Look, to your point, I know people who've gone through this stuff. They don't want to talk about it.
You're scared.
They're scared. Yeah. So it's not easy just to say you can out somebody when it happens. Not everyone's built the same way.
You're right.
Not everyone deals with it the same way.
And not everybody has the tools to be able to do that. It takes a different kind of headspace to be able to go public with that when you're a scared, frightened 16-year-old. I
And
guess
then you mature too, and you go, you know what? No, it ain't right. People get away with this crap, and you mature as she did, and she's got a different mindset now. And what sucks is it's probably too long for anything to happen
Right.
for law
Legally, right.
But it's not too. I mean, this this is a scarlet letter.
I agree. I'm so proud of my friend. I know she's going to hear this on the podcast, so I just want to tell her. I told her I would go with her,
Okay.
but she's like, nope, I'm good. She's going. She's good.
I think it's fantastic that she is at a place now where she can address this, and she has got a strategy that she thinks will make her feel better about it. Because unfortunately, victims of sexual assault, they carry those scars with them their entire life.
And it just, you don't want to protect that crap. I'm not saying she's protecting. I'm just saying you don't want someone to get away with that. Is what I mean.
And her silence has let him get away with it, and he probably thinks he will never be called out.
right.
He probably thinks
He's good.
Years? I mean,
Yeah.
we're talking decades ago.
He's good now.
Well, what if she calls him out, and then other women in the community that he grew up with say, "Oh yeah, he
Good.
did the same thing to me"? Then I think the story becomes very believable, and maybe he does see punishment.
There's just such a
Yeah.
misconception. You read it online all the time about people getting on people, why they don't come forward. There's just not everyone handles this stuff the same way, y'all.
And most people keep it secret.
Now, do I think you should report it right away? I do, because you want to get that person punished. I think it's the best way to get it going, to get the right the measurements going to get the whole thing, the person prosecuted. But I understand why people wait too. I get it.
Yeah.
Well, let us know what happens with that. And she may never know herself, but at least she's got the satisfaction of a letter was delivered, and now maybe I'm taking up space in his head, like
Yeah.
he's taking up space in mine.
I'd love to see his face right when he gets the letter.
Oh my gosh. I would just
Yeah.
love to see the color. She showed me his picture on Facebook, so I know who he is. And
That's not a good thing
it's
for
so
him.
creepy.
That's not a good thing for him.
I told her, I will go with you. I will get in the bushes, and I'll do more than you. I'll get in his face. I don't give a crap.
I was telling you guys about what these guys do now, guys and women. They go out and they catfish these predators trying to get 12, 13-year-old, and what they do is they dox them, and they're not getting in trouble for doing that.
Yeah, I think if you dock somebody who's done something like this, whatever heat comes my way, I'll be happy to take it.
Okay, well, keep us updated on that.
I will.
So nice of these people to come forward and confess of the diabolical little things that they've done. I think we all have probably had our moments, things that we need to confess.
So when you're being secretly passive aggressive, is that what it is?
Well, it's a lot of that, but it might be different things. And there's more of the passive aggressive things that are going on here today. One text said, When my husband pisses me off, I eat a can of baked beans a couple hours before bedtime and just wait for the magic. See, that's the kind of stuff, little subtle things. Little did you know, that's the thing, dudes. You got to check, man, because our ladies, they have a master's in passive-aggressive behavior and things you don't understand. They're going, you just think it's, I don't know. Oddly enough, why did my wife have horrible gas last night and stink me out of bed? Chances are you probably did something to piss her off.
If you really
it's so random, but now I really start thinking after these confessions, I'm like going, when things like that happen, I'm like, did I do something to piss Kim off?
I'm just thinking, if I was married and my wife sat me down and said, you know what, I was really mad at you and I deliberately ate beans the other night to fart you out of the room because you made me so mad, I would think she's psychotic.
Well, that's not far off, guys.
I mean, that is psycho
We
behavior.
use diabolical mental warfare, and it's just it's inside of a lot of us. Not all of us. Some of us are sweet, but most of us have diabolical mental warfare tendencies.
This show has scared me from marriage.
It should.
Forever. I'll never get married because of this show.
Yeah, some of these confessions here are horrifying. Somebody said, I take my ex's info about once a month and I enter it into signups for the Mormon Church, Jehovah's Witness, and Church of Scientology just so he gets a ton of spam from them. I mean, just, it's all these little things like that. But there's so many people that they're holding on to these deep, dark secrets.
I get it. But look, he's your ex. Don't spend so much time on that.
I knew a guy, his girlfriend cheated on him, so they broke up. And I don't know if they still do it now, but at the comedy club, you could put somebody on a mailer.
Okay.
And they would call you every single week about, this person's coming in for tickets. So they would call her every single week for tickets. She'd finally go, why does the comedy club keep calling me? Well, it's because you're on a mailer.
Yeah.
They know you like funny.
But it wasn't anything that wrecked their world, but it was enough to make her
it's
just
enough.
go, what's going on? This is confusing.
Just to throw them off of their game. Just to throw them off their game a little bit. Don't let them get comfortable. Even moms have secrets to confess. This text says, a couple of weeks ago, I took my 6-year-old to a local bakery and I got her the biggest chocolate chip cookie. Now, she couldn't finish it all, so we brought it home. A couple days later, it just looked too good and I had to eat it. When she came home from school that day, she said, Mommy, I want my cookie.
Uh-oh.
I said, oh, sweetie, your cookie went bad. I had to throw it away. It was a damn good cookie.
We did things that to my little sister. She was younger and she wouldn't eat all of her food. And we're older, so sometimes we don't want to hang out with the little kid, but we would prefer to hang out. We go, hey, Beck, let's have a party with food. So we'd have a party, and she'd bring her food. Then we'd eat her food. We'd trick her. It's just not nice.
No, it's not nice.
It's not nice.
Kids are
They
diabolical.
are. You're throwing a food party just to steal the food. That ain't cool, man.
It ain't cool.
A lot more confessions that people are hitting us up with here. 877-979-WRMF. This person said, my grandfather had a secret gambling addiction that nobody in the family knew about. I knew because he would take me to the casino. He would keep all of his winnings in an inside jacket pocket, and I knew that. And after he passed, I quietly went and collected all of his winnings. I knew he would have wanted it that way anyway.
Yeah, I kind of feel like that was your secret, and Grandpa told you he wanted you to know.
Yeah, you kept his secret, so this is one you get to keep by taking all Grandpa's winnings.
Grandpa's loving it.
Yeah.
Don't feel bad about that.
Don't feel bad a bit. Go out and do something nice and leave Grandpa a few chips on his gravestone.
Isn't that what grandparents are? It's supposed to have like a fun secret with the grandkid.
Totally.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Somebody confessing on the money tip. I once found a wallet with $80 inside. I pocketed 40 and personally delivered the wallet to this person's mailbox with a note attached. I think I deserve half the saving or half the money for saving you an inconvenience of replacing bank cards and family photos.
I'd be fine with that.
And now I've always wondered if this person was grateful or livid.
I would be so grateful, and I would say, yep, that's your 40. You earned it.
Okay.
But it is you're kind of like a nice jerk.
Yeah.
I don't know. You know your rate.
Okay. Somebody said, my confession, I am now using bifocals to look at porn. This was the most depressing sign of aging I've had yet.
Wow, that's a moment.
There are moments of those aging moments.
You got to get your grandpa glasses out of your shirt. Oh, it's porn.
Oh, that's so sad.
That is.
That is.
That hurts.
It's
doesn't it?
it's gonna happen to all of us.
Oh, where's Grandpa's readers?
Oh,
Yeah, man, I'll be so bummed out if I have to get bifocals to watch porn.
You just got to get a bigger screen.
oh, that's
And
tough.
I think old people call glasses bifocals too.
Yeah.
Readers.
Somebody confessing, I saw my wife checking out a mannequin with some lingerie on it at Victoria's Secret, so I went up behind her and slapped her on the ass saying, "Is it too soon to get this thing started now?" It wasn't my wife.
How do you get out of it? What if she wanted to say,
Oh my
"This guy
God.
groped me"?
I think I would just take off running.
You have to run.
Yeah, I think you just run.
You want to run?
Honey, let's go.
Oh my gosh. Oh, so now when the security
Oh
camera
my
comes out,
gosh.
the footage goes, this man
Oh
runs
my
after he
gosh.
hits this woman.
We think it's Kevin Ralston from the
Oh,
KVJ
geez.
show.
I've done
Oh,
that
that'd be
before.
terrible.
I've done that before where you walk up to somebody, you go to Publix and you're with a buddy and you walk up, hey, how's it going? You think you're talking to your friend, it's a stranger. But imagine doing that.
Oh,
I
wow.
bet you're not the first dude that's done that at Victoria's Secret.
And it doesn't even sound
Wow.
like a real excuse. It sounds like you're lying. I swear, I thought it was my wife.
I thought you
my
were my
gosh.
wife.
Sure, buddy.
Wow.
Oh, man.
It's rough. You run.
That sucks.
This person confessing, I have my first boyfriend's name and a heart tattooed on the sole of my foot. Yeah, it hurt. I've been married now for 10 years and my husband has never noticed.
That's good. That's good.
It's good that he's never noticed, but I can imagine you've probably had many moments where you're self-conscious of that and you try to hide the bottom of your feet.
You need to let go of this tat and just go get it removed. It's painless. I mean, it's not painless, but it's easy.
Well, or add something onto it. The only reason why I say that is it sounds like it's giving you trouble and you're now hiding and it's making you uneasy. Add a leaf or an eyeball or a finger or something to it. I don't know what it is, but
Well, just laser it off.
or add.
Yeah.
She's not in the tat community, Kev. She doesn't get it. I'm inked up.
I'm pro laser.
Maybe it's how much it hurt the first time that's keeping her from wanting to do anything about it.
The bones, the toes are not easy.
This confession says, I'm a 37-year-old woman and I have absolutely no idea how to put on makeup. I feel like an idiot.
Some women don't need makeup though.
You can go
Yeah.
to the makeup counter at just about any place. I would suggest like MAC. They have it in the mall, and they will give you a lesson. They will help you. They love doing this.
I think sometimes women think they need more makeup because I think they think it looks better. Honestly, sometimes subtle it works. Don't do that thing with the neck. I see it happen all the time. You put so much foundation on your neck, and you look like an Oompa
two-tone,
Loompa.
yeah.
You're two-tone, and it's so clear.
yeah.
Just ride it out natural.
Are you talking about me?
Just,
Does my neck look weird?
no, you've taken care of the neck beard. You were struggling with the neck beard for a while.
Dude, I had this little patch like a goat.
Is it still there? Do you have
No, I
you
got it lasered.
Okay, I thought.
CJ Bird, you don't need to go. You just need Virginia in your backyard.
Hey, bird,
No, I could not take because this goat's gonna drink.
give me beer.
A drunken goat.
Beer.
Yes.
Beer.
That's tough. Oh, listen to this, Bird. This confession says, I don't go on the bigger roller coasters at Universal. My family thinks it's because I am scared, but the truth is, it gives me an orgasm.
Oh my gosh.
And my enthusiasm is hard to hide, so I just sit it out.
I don't know, Virginia. Roller coaster O's.
Wow.
I kind of love it.
Wow.
Roller coaster O's are kind of hot.
How about that? Whoa.
This happened to Rocco. He didn't like at the amusement park. He goes, "Mom, this ride makes my penis feel funny."
Yeah.
I think some people. You know that ship
Yes.
that goes up and down.
You
the
get-
pirate,
yeah.
the pirate ship makes me feel funny down
It
there.
makes Virginia
Wow. Whoa.
I don't know if I've passed that on to my son.
go. No, I think
So this is a thing.
This is a thing.
It is any kind of quick vibration. I remember I was like 13 or 12, and I was doing the pressure cleaner. I didn't know what this entailed,
Yeah.
so I was helping out my mom's friend, and it kind of nicked a certain area, and I was like, "Oh my gosh!"
Yeah, eyes crossed.
You didn't even.
Yeah.
It almost knocked me out.
Wow.
Yeah. So it can happen, especially when you don't know about these
Right.
things.
Okay. Confession here says, I got really hammered at a swanky wedding here in South Florida and I wound up pooing my pants. When I got back to my room, I just chucked my underwear out the window and woke up the next morning to the sound of hotel staff trying to find a ladder long enough to get some dirty drawers off the flagpole out front. Oh, my gosh.
Could they link it to your window?
Oh, man. Oh, I'm probably, yes, probably. There's probably only a couple of windows it could have come out of.
I mean, you're basically the ring toss champion.
Yeah, impressive aim being that hammered, but that's gnarly.
Just take it to the dumpster, bro.
Throw it in the trash can.
He's drunk and not thinking.
Oh, boy.
That's poor form. Somebody texts in, I guess apparently it is a thing. That pirate ship ride is definitely a thing with boys, it said. My son said the same thing when he was 7 or 8. Gives him them weird little feelings.
Yeah.
Naughty bits.
So it's not like necessarily anything sexual. It's just your body, baby. Some of us have that. Some of us don't. It's not anything to be ashamed about.
No, you react to vibration. That's what it is.
Yeah.
That's what I told Rocco. I was like, it's okay. It's kind of funny. Just enjoy the ride.
Yeah, that's it. Enjoy the ride, kid.
I'll tell you what, I kind of want to go on the pirate ride now.
Yeah.
There's a lot of dumbass criminals to talk about, baby. It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha ha, fighting in the nude. Ha, drunk people pooping in the street. Ha ha, it's the whacked out news. So many people on meth. Ow!
Well, if you don't know, the sheriff of Polk County, Grady Judy, he's a little bit of a character, and he's got a little message for residents there of Polk County, includes Lakeland in that area. They've unfortunately had a rising murder rate over the second half of the year. Officially, 34 people have been killed from homicidal deaths. First and second degree murders and officer-involved shootings. It's been chaotic in Polk County.
Oh, boy.
You might remember back in September, they had the former U.S. Marine that allegedly shot and killed 4 strangers and a baby in their home. And then later that month, a Pennsylvania man working temporarily at a Publix corporate office went on that killing rampage and murdered 3 of his co-workers. So Polk County Sheriff Grady Judy has had enough, and this is what he had to say to the citizens of Polk County.
So just chill out. Drink a 7-Up, eat a moon pie, quit murdering people.
So there.
What a quote. That's an amazing quote.
That's your leader?
What a quote.
You've got 34 homicides, and this is your message.
So just chill out. Drink a 7-Up, eat a moon pie, quit murdering people.
Huh?
Do you think he went back like an hour later and goes, I don't know if I should have handled it that way.
No, I think he feels like he's right on for the citizens of Polk County.
And I agree.
Yeah.
Eat a moon pie. Have some 7-Up.
Yeah.
But maybe all that doesn't belong in the same sentence.
Polk County's got some good quotes.
Quit killing people. Yeah. There was a burglar in northern Michigan that ran into the woods to get away from the cops, got lost, and had to call 911 to come rescue him. Now he's facing charges for breaking and entering and resisting arrest. There was a couple that got very, very drunk one night in a restaurant in Detroit, and then she got a little bit unruly and hit a security guard in the face with a can of Red Bull.
You can't do that?
You can't do that. So she gets arrested, and then her boyfriend goes to get her, but he's driving hammered to the police station on a flat tire while highly intoxicated.
They're a match made in heaven.
So his tire's flat, the rim is bent by the time he gets to the police station. And they're like, dude, we think you're hammered. He's like, I didn't drive. They're like, well, let's check the surveillance footage. Yeah, you did drive. Shows him pulling right in on the flat tire, the bent rim, getting out of the car. They gave him a sobriety test. He failed miserably.
You make it so easy for the cops.
Yeah.
I didn't drive. It's on camera.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah. Bad night. It's a crazy, scary story here. An Amazon driver in Massachusetts got arrested for recording nude girls in bathrooms. And the 23-year-old man, they say, would dress up like a woman to use the bathroom. Then he would attach a pen camera to his sneakers to secretly film them. How about that?
Shady, shady.
I mean, public bathrooms, I think they're all shady. I always assume something's
but
going
he's
down.
dressing as a woman to access women's bathrooms.
It's a lot of work.
It's
to
a lot of
record
work.
them. Amazon fired him. He's been arrested on some serious charges. Crazy stuff.
And that's the guy who got caught.
Right.
Yeah.
You're right. This is why I'm an advocate for getting rid of stalls. Just make a closed, contained room with a toilet and a sink and a mirror.
Just a big tub everyone pees in.
Yeah, I wonder if we're going to get to that point where all bathrooms will be individual. I see that more and more now. If you go to restaurants, there's not as many public bathrooms. They'll just have that one with one toilet in there.
It's gross to pee and poo, and other people are sitting a foot from you, and they can hear you. When are we going to realize this is very gross?
It seems outdated. No, you're right. If you've ever gone to the bathroom where there are those stalls where you feel like you're in your own land,
I don't like it.
PGA has a great their hotel. They got a great one. The lobby area, I believe. They have their own little stalls.
I love private little rooms with a door and 4 walls. It's beautiful.
I got one friend that if he has to go poop, sometimes he'll just go to the Marriott on PGA because he says the bathrooms are so nice.
Oh, yeah, he's got a place to go.
He'll leave sometimes. His job to go there.
The place to go, if you have to go here, is the Courtyard Hotel across the street.
Yeah.
Oh, here at work, you mean?
Yeah, if you have to go here at work, but you don't want to go because we have stalls, there's a Courtyard by Marriott that has a lovely remodeled bathroom, 4 walls and a door.
And they make good cookies too.
They do.
You can poo and steal a cookie.
Yeah, it's really kind of a.
Don't mix the two though.
Don't mix
Leave a gift,
That's
take
gross.
a gift.
Somebody comes out of the toilet eating a cookie and
what an animal! You go there to poop and then you take their cookies. That's wrong on so many levels.
Yes.
And you're not even staying there.
No, not good. Not good. All right, what do you think about this email we got? Somebody want to know if they're abusing the privilege of having their boyfriend's house key. It says in this email, I've been dating this guy for a year and he just recently bought a new house. I spent the night last week and in the morning he got up to go to work. I had the day off, so he was gone when I woke up. I wanted to run out for breakfast, but was planning on coming back as I live an hour away and we had plans for when he got off work. So I texted him to see if I should just leave the back door unlocked while I ran out. He said, no, just grab the spare key so that you can lock it and get back in. Well, that was last week and he never asked for the key back. So I was now thinking of surprising him when he gets off of work today with a house full of candles and me naked with nothing on but a necktie laying across his dining room table. I ran this past some of my girlfriends and they think it's a terrible idea. But I disagree. It's sexy and spontaneous, but my girlfriends think I'm abusing my privileges of having the key. But is any guy on earth going to feel like a naked woman on their dining room table after work is an abuse of privileges? Really?
What do you think, Bird?
You
just got a new house. How would you feel? You've been dating the girl for a year.
Yeah.
That's a long time.
That's a long time. I feel like when you're sleeping with somebody, especially for a year, you're together. And is she going through his stuff, or is she just going there?
Mean, if she's in there, just speaking from my experience, we go through the stuff.
If I was dating a Virginia and I knew she liked to snoop, first of all, it wouldn't happen. I'm a person, I don't like people going through my stuff. And it's not that I'm hiding anything. I just don't like people going through my stuff.
So many secrets.
Well, I like to write journals and stuff. And for some reason, you females love to find a journal and go, oh, let me read this.
Because it's juicy.
Yeah, I know.
It's like dirt of the day, but your life.
Yeah, so I don't know. I like being single.
All right, Ashley in the chat room said some people don't like to be surprised right after work.
That's the other thing. What if my man's got to go poop real quick?
Yeah, is he a guy that likes his space? Is he a guy that likes his privacy? Is he a little bit more closed off? Have you guys ever talked about living together?
Honestly, for me, I would not like it.
Wow.
Well, because the person who just texted in, some people don't like to be bothered after work. I'm kind of that kind of person. I like to get all my stuff done. But like, what if you do have to go poop and she wants to get all sexy time? Now
I'm holding a duke.
You got a little turtle head sneaking out and you're trying to act like you're all into it.
I'm prairie dogging it, woman.
Nothing's worse when you're trying to be sexy. You got to go poop.
It's hot.
Yeah.
RJ says, bad idea. What if he brings somebody else home?
I mean, well,
then you at least know you're dealing with a player.
True, and you need to know that now before you get further in.
Yeah, I don't like surprises like that, Kev. Now that I'm really thinking of it, this would bother me.
She can't believe it, though. I mean, she sent us an email because her girlfriend's like, this is a terrible idea. She's like, what are you talking about? I'm going to be naked with a necktie on his dining room table.
Well,
what guy doesn't want that?
You can still do all that, but you can't surprise him with that, with his key that he doesn't know you're using and have held on to. I mean, it's just, you're kind of off on this one.
The other thing, too, is for me personally, a year isn't that long to be with somebody. I know a year sounds like a long time.
All right, walls.
I got so many damn walls. They just are made of steel.
Oh, my God. He reinforces them every year.
Yes.
Yeah, I like at the beginning, I'm like, that sounds like a cool idea. By the end, Kevin, this is a terrible idea. Walls.
His walls used to be just a chain link fence. Now they're like Teflon.
Oh, anyone could get through back in the day. Good luck.
Good luck today.
Okay, well, the poll is not boding well for the girl that emailed us. She was at her boyfriend's place. She lives about an hour away. She had the day off. He had to go to work. She went out to get breakfast, and she said, should I leave the door unlocked? He's like, no, just take the key. She's had the key for over a week, and now she's got this plan where she's going to wait for him naked on his dining room table with nothing but a necktie on. Her girlfriends are telling her that's a really bad idea, and she's like, what? That is not about what? I mean, every man is going to want to have their naked girlfriend on their dining room table when they get home from work.
That's not true. Mark Hilton in the chat room says, come on, people, it's 2021. What guy wouldn't want to see a girl naked, with a necktie on his dining room table? You're not thinking about the poop factor. You're not thinking about just someone who wants to get off. What if you got to do a bunch of stuff, right after work?
You're not thinking about maybe a guy that really guards his privacy and forgot that you had the key and kind of wishes you didn't have the key.
Yeah, because wasn't this a one-time thing?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It was the one he said, just grab it. And somebody had a good point, too. He's probably assuming she put the key back after she got back and used it.
Because that's the right thing to do.
He's not thinking she's still holding onto the key a week later. It's like, this wasn't your way to be like, hey, now you have a key to my place forever. It was, you're running out to get breakfast, use my key, but then unspoken, put it back.
This is crazy. I'll tell you why it's crazy, because there's a lot of levels here. It's the fact that she did it, but then she sent an email to the radio show to see if she is crazy. It's all premeditated, Kev.
Yeah, well,
she's not self-aware.
Her friends are telling her she's crazy, and she's like, I'm not crazy. KVJ is going to back me up.
No, another one. She's like, the dude from Pompano. We're not going to back you up.
Yes.
This is a bad idea.
We're just backing up from you.
Yeah. Look, I love sex on the table with neckties, all that crap. It's great.
Yeah.
We got to do it the right way, baby. We got to do it the right way.
You got to not be a side burglar.
Well, I mean, the kind of days where you get off work, you get some bad news at work. We've had those kind of days.
This week.
You want to go home and almost just kind of decompress.
Yes.
If I came home after a bad day of work, like we know we can have, and I had to be all happy and cheery,
and
I'm
sexy
not there,
and
then you throw on top, maybe I got poopy cramps.
And then you're like, wait a minute, you had my key. Did you go through stuff? Like, what else happened?
And you got walls.
I am feeling it. Oh, and the walls just get bigger.
Yeah.
There goes another layer of walls.
Yeah.
This conversation, add another layer.
So we asked the question in the chat room, is she abusing the privilege of having his house key? 77% of people in the chat room are saying yes, well over 100 votes. So you've got a landslide of people going against you. It's not just your girlfriends.
But seriously, guys, what do you think?
But seriously, okay, I'm going to send this to another radio show.
Did I learn something naked on the dinner table?
Listen to reason, hooker. We're trying to help you. All your friends are trying to help you.
Everyone's saying it's a bad idea.
Stop.
Except for 2 people in the chat room.
Hit the brakes. Chill out. And those 2 people are dudes that haven't been laid in a while.
They come to my place.
They just want any kind of loving.
You're right. They have 2 years of blue balls.
Yeah. That's who's saying.
That's their handle, actually.
Mm-hmm.
WRMF. We real mother effort.
That's right.
We real mother effer.
Mm-hmm. Are you impressed or unimpressed with that waiter that will come and take your order without using pen and paper?
Gives me major anxiety. I don't like it because I think they're, but only because I've been burned pretty much every single time someone's tried to.
Mm-hmm.
And
it does make you nervous.
And I get it. I'm a little bitch. I sometimes get specialty orders.
Yeah.
But if they don't write it down, especially when there's multiple people at a table, just about every time something's been wrong. Usually.
I know. I've seen it too.
But I will tell you that I'll take note when I see that they're just doing it. I'm not that impressed, but I'm twice as pissed if the order's wrong. I'm like, just get a piece of paper and pen.
Well, especially if you say, I want extra cheese, or you have specific things, and then it comes out, and you're talking about it for 15 minutes. I bet you any money they don't give me the extra cheese. And then you call the shot, and you were right.
Yeah.
It's annoying.
So you were talking to this waiter that actually did it and nailed it and got everything right, and you were throwing some different stuff at him, and you were impressed and talking to him about how he does it.
Yeah, he took our orders. It was me and another person, took our orders. Both of us had specific orders. They weren't easy orders, and he didn't write a single thing down. The entire time we were saying, he's going to blow it. He's going to blow it.
Yeah.
And this son of a biscuit nailed it.
Wow.
Every detail.
Where were you?
Duffy's. And I was very shocked.
Okay.
I just crushed it. And he really, really did a great job.
Okay.
So the fact that he crushed, I said, let me ask you about your technique, because I know it's a controversial thing. He said, honestly, man, I'm that good. Most people shouldn't do it. Most people get it wrong.
Yeah.
But he was kind of braggadocious.
Yeah.
Saying, I'm that good, and he was.
Well, I'm wondering
Wow.
if you, I've never been a server, but I'm wondering if that separates the elites, if there's almost a club of the, we don't write it down club, we're better than you club when it comes to servers. Is that considered, okay, I'm top of the mountain?
Look, if I never got burned by it before, I wouldn't care. But I just see so many people, they don't. I mean, we're talking a table full of 7 people. They won't write it down.
Yeah.
That's insane to me.
It is insane. How you would be able to do that, I have no idea. I would definitely be writing it down.
Totally.
So is there did he tell you the ways that he's able
Did
to
he
do
share
that?
his secrets?
I asked him, he goes, dude, he goes, I just have it. He really was.
Okay.
He was
Some people do have like a photographic memory. It really is. I've run into a few people like that. It's oddly impressive because I do not. I think I have early onset of Alzheimer's. I'm not even kidding. It's so bad.
This
It
cat,
really is.
He went on
I
the
can't remember anything.
He went on the record and said, he goes, majority of people cannot do what I do.
Yes.
He goes, honestly, waiters and waitresses or servers, I'm not sure what the correct term is
they
anymore.
shouldn't try.
Yeah.
Well, he said because it does give people some anxiety because they get burned, but he really was kind of like the Wyatt Earp of servers.
Let's you want to try it out, Jaybird? See how you do it.
Absolutely.
Okay, Virginia. It's and I'll have Denny's do one too. We'll
Yeah,
have
table of 3.
You get 3 items on your order.
Okay.
Okay.
Hello, guys. Welcome to Gargamore's Pizza Shop. How are you?
Gargamore's Pizza Shop.
We serve all kinds of food here, though.
Okay, good. Because I see on your menu you have caviar topped oysters. I want them raw. I want a dozen, and I want mignonette on the side.
We do. That is in the stuck-up section. Yes.
I want a cup of filet gumbo with seafood.
Hold on really quick. Can you just repeat your order? I just want to make sure I get this because it's...
Okay, first I want caviar topped raw oysters. I want a dozen of them with mignonette and lemon on the side.
Okay.
Then I want a cup of filet gumbo, seafood.
Yes, terrible choice.
And then I want the foie gras, but I want it well done on top of toasted brioche.
Well done, Francois. Absolutely. And you, kind sir, with the very peaceful eyes.
Yeah, I'm not with her.
I don't blame you.
Okay, my order. I'm gonna go with a cheeseburger,
Yes, fine choice.
mustard and pickle.
Yes.
Give me truffle fries with a side of mayo, and a Coke with no ice.
You got that, sir. Could you use it one more time? I just want to make sure I got that. I'd like to make sure my patrons are very happy.
Cheeseburger with mustard and pickle.
He's mocking you.
Truffle fries with a side of mayo.
Wow, the customers at this place are all jerk-offs.
A
Those
Coke
peaceful eyes ain't so peaceful.
with no ice.
All right.
Got it?
I'm definitely peeing at your guys' food.
You look like you would.
yeah, you're that kind
we
of
got him.
server.
I'm like, this guy's clearly peeing in my food.
I'm rubbing my ponytail all up on your
Yeah.
food. All on your Francois.
Yeah. So what was my order?
Kevin, you ordered a cheeseburger with mustard. You had a pickle on there. You also had a Coke with no ice. You had... I'm going to come back to you. You in your very stuck-up order, you had fragua with crispy. You want a little cooked.
Yeah.
You also had some kind of a caviar with a bit of a venison twist to it, and you also had I believe I heard something of a pumpkin tart.
I never mentioned pumpkin or venison. Who mixes caviar
I've
with
never
venison?
heard her order. I've never even heard
I was
of.
pretty close with you.
Yeah, the only thing that you missed one item.
Cheeseburger,
Okay.
mustard, truffle fries. You want
Yeah,
truffle?
yeah.
Fries, Coke, no ice.
You forgot my side of mayo.
Baby, I'm gonna get it to you right now. I'm gonna get it to you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna trip and spill it on
So
you.
if it's not bad, but but that would be enough if I had a server do that. And how mad would you be if you really want mayo with your truffle fries? And it's like there's no mayo, and he forgot the pickle on my burger.
Here's what I noticed. I knew your food. That's why I could remember it. Frog ass over here.
Yeah, she kind of threw the game
I
off
did
a little
not
bit.
order frog ass. I ordered foie gras.
Whatever.
It's not frog
Is it
ass.
frog intestines?
No,
Yeah.
no part of it is frog.
What is it? A goose
Foie,
pancreas?
foie gras. So yeah, it's basically like a goose liver.
Goose pank?
Yeah.
Sounds great.
Somebody said that the key is really knowing the menu. If
Yeah.
you really know the menu and you're not hit with foie gras and all that, it makes it a little bit easier. So if you kind of know what that is, that's how people are doing it, they said.
If you did McDonald's, I'd be able to do it.
Yeah, somebody said I used to do 50 orders like that without writing it down. I couldn't do it now, they said, but yeah, when they were a server.
I was a server at Fridays for 4 days. And during my shift, I dropped off the drinks and walked right out the restaurant, never to be heard from again until a week later when I was eating there.
It's a smart move.
Yes.
Well, it was a girl I dated back in high school with these other guys, and they were kind of talking trash. I don't need this. I don't need this crap.
Okay, we did a KVJ draft today for the best horror movies with Halloween coming up next week. Denny's got the overall #1 pick. He went with The Exorcist from 1973, The Blair Witch Project, and a movie called Tusk. Apparently it's very bizarre and weird.
Unfortunately, with that pick, Denny's is going to get last place again.
You think so?
It's
You kind of blew it
unfortunate.
on that one.
I love the sweet guy so much.
Kind of threw the contest there at the end.
He's listening. I went.
Yeah. Okay, we've got Suits. Google Gary went with The Shining from 1980, The Silence of the Lambs from the 90s, and then Friday the 13th from 1980. So he went with some old movies.
I don't know if y'all seen the Friday the 13th recently, the old one.
No.
Go back and watch it. It's
As a kid,
It's a
yeah.
creepy movie. The ending of that is creepy.
Okay. Then you've got Jaybird going with Halloween from 1978, Scream from 1996, and The Conjuring.
Conjuring's more of a modern ghost movie. Probably 10 years old now.
I went with A Nightmare on Elm Street from 1984, Poltergeist from 1982, and Us from 2019, which I think is the most recent movie that made the list.
Yeah, that
Of
Us,
anybody.
that Us movie, horrifying.
Then you got Virginia going with The Texas Chainsaw Massacre in 1974, Rosemary's Baby, and Carrie. And the only thing I wonder, are we old or are horror movies better from the 70s and 80s than they are today?
Well,
Rosemary's Baby might be from the 60s. Yeah, it is. 1968.
Yeah, because I know my twins go to a lot of horror movies. I'm sure their list would be radically different.
the problem is a lot of the movies have been redone and redone and redone. You had a newer movie on your list. What was it?
I had Us.
Us. So that got a lot of hype because it was different. It was a different type of horror movie. Mm-hmm. But I think you did have that golden age of horror movies in the 70s and 80s when some of these ideas hadn't been done yet.
Yeah, okay. So I'm just kind of curious. I'm actually asking the twins, at least. They're 23. I'd be like, I'm just kind of curious. What's your favorite horror movie? Because I know they go to a lot of them when they come out. So coming up, we got the KVJ After the Show podcast. Hopefully we get some winners. Make sure that you are listening at 11 a.m., just about an hour from now, 1, 3, and 5 p.m. today. We're going to call a name. You got 10 minutes to call us back to double your paycheck. All right, Bird, if you would wrap things up with your thought for the day.
The present changes the past. Looking back, you do not find what you left behind. Oh, what is
Wait,
that?
read it again?
Do I have to?
It broke my brain.
The present changes the past. Looking back, you do not find what you've left behind.
I still don't get it.
Good. That means it's working.
We can't wait for her to get it.
No, the show's over, dog.
Read it again.
The KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.